is Mia Garcia, and I am an OTAS, and this is my submission for the ethics assignment for Dr. Heine's class in management. So this is what happens if you violate anything with your licensure. Okay, so in accordance with the Administrative Procedure Act, you may deny, revoke, suspend, or refuse to renew or issue a license, or may reprimand or impose probationary conditions if the license or applicant for licensure has been found in violation of rules or the Act. The board would adhere to procedures for such stated on the Act and multiple sections of the Act. Okay. The board will recognize 4 levels of disciplinary actions for the licensees. Level 1, order and/or letter of reprimand or other appropriate disciplinary action, including but not limited to community service hours. Level 2 is probation. The licensee may continue to practice while on probation. The board orders a probationary status, which may include but is not limited to restrictions on practice and continued monitoring by the board during the specified time period. Okay, level 3 is supervision. A specific period of time that the licensee may not practice as an OT or an OTA upon the successful completion of a supervision period. The licensee will be reinstated upon the license will be reinstated upon the licensee successfully meeting all the requirements. Number 4, revocation. A determination that the licensee may not practice as an occupational therapist or an occupational therapist assistant. Upon passage of 180 days from date the revocation order becomes final, the former licensee may petition for the board for reissuance of the license. The former license may be required to retake the examination. The board shall utilize the following schedule of sanctions in all disciplinary actions. So I went ahead and searched 10 different people who have been in trouble. The first one is Michael Jones. He is an occupational therapist assistant. His license number is 218201, and he is from Arlington, Texas. And he is in trouble because he failed to disclose criminal history on his application for licensure. Violation of section 454, period 301 of the Act and chapter 347 of the board rules. Board order suspended his license to practice for 15 days. That's 2 weeks off of work. The next one is Maureen Sweeney, an occupational therapist. Her license number is 123940. She's from Coxburg, West Virginia. Failed to disciplinary action on the application for licensure. She failed to disclose her disciplinary action on her licensure. That is violation of section 454, that period, 301 of the Act and chapter 374 of the board rules. Board order suspended her license to practice for 15 days. Next is number 3, Caleb Barad, an occupational therapist from Tyler, Texas. His license number is 120104, and he practiced in a detrimental manner by intentionally harassing, abusing, or intimidating a patient, either physically or verbally, and failed to notify the board in writing of changes in his residential address and mailing address and email address within 30 days of such charges. This is violation of 454, period 301 of the Act in chapters 369 and 374 of the board rules. The board ordered suspended license to practice for 60 days. So for 2 months, this man couldn't work. Or whatever. The next person is Diana Ko. She's an occupational therapist. His license number is 108528, and they are from San Antonio, Texas. Practice in a manner detrimental by violating ethical principle relating to code of ethics, by exhibiting a clear lapse of judgment and other occupational therapy standards, violation of section 454, period 301 of the Act and chapter 374 of the board rules. The board order accepted their surrender of license to practice. Now that is crazy. Number 5, Rafael Castillo. He's an occupational therapy assistant. License number 212356. He is from Conroe. Not sure where that is. Practice in a detrimental manner by failing to give sufficient notice of resignation, resulting in a loss or delay of a patient. Violation of section 454, period 301 of the Act and chapter 374 of the board rules. The board order was to suspend the license for 45 days. So a month and a half, this man couldn't work. Number 6, Cheryl Baker, occupational therapist. Their number is 116389, from Rose Sharon. Not sure what that is. Practice in a detrimental manner by intentionally making or filing a false or misleading report. Violation of 454, period 301 of the Act and chapter 374 of the board rules. Board order suspended license to practice for 30 days. Number 7, Carrie Morris, an occupational therapist. License 120945, from Sunnyvale. Practice in a detrimental manner by fraudulently documenting treatment rendered. Violation of 454.301 of the Act and chapter 374 of the board rules. Board ordered accepted the surrender of her license to practice in lieu of the other disciplinary action by the board. She still got put on the list. Number 8 is Richard Wilhite, occupational therapy assistant. License number 204,761, from Nacogdoches. He failed to disclose a felony conviction involving an act of fraud or deceit and is considered to be directly related to the duties and responsibilities of an OTA. This is another violation of 454.301, chapter 374. The board ordered suspended license for 30 days. Number 9 is Julie Wicker, from Wichita Falls, Texas. License number 104866, occupational therapist. Failed to complete the fingerprint requirement pursuant to Section 454.255 of the Act and Chapter 370.1 of the Board Rules. Board administrator suspended license to practice for her not getting for some fingerprints. That's crazy. Number 10 is Aurora de la Garza, Coda 212844 in Harlingen, a felony conviction for conspiracy to commit illegal remuneration, ineligible to work with any company working with Medicaid and or Medicare, and failed to notify the board within 60 days of the conviction. Violation of 454-301 of the Act, Chapter 374.1 of the Board Rules, and Section 53.021 of the Texas Occupations Code. Board order revoked her license to practice completely. And that's it. Thank you.